here. So, peace and greetings, everyone. This is all in the cards. We're going to be talking about this week's 7-day cycle. Hey, which is the Five of Diamonds. So, for those who watched the Four of Diamonds video last week, we talked about the Five of Diamonds a little bit in regards to the Four of Diamonds being the reward card for this week, right? So our rewards are coming from last week, all those things that we took our time on because there was 2 6s. We stepped into Venus retrograde in Leo, and we really started to do all those retrograde things, right? Reflect, rewind, remember, relax, all those things, right? So peace and blessings to you, King. So just remembering those things that we want to remember, that we want to step into, that we want to actualize, that we want to bring to fruition, right? Because the Four of Diamonds has the Eight of Diamonds in Neptune. So it's about bringing things to fruition, particularly when things are being notated, right? Things are being accounted for, right? That Eight of Diamonds being the accountant and like saying, this is what this is for. This is why I need it. This is how it's going, how I envision it happening, so really, hopefully y'all watch that video. But if not, that's why I decided to come on Instagram as well to just tap in over there. And hopefully last week was beautiful because it's the reward for this week, right? And we're stepping into a new month. So we have all this diamond energy, all this energy of values, working in your values, remembering your values, renewing values, refreshing, replenishing your values, especially with all the retrogrades, right? It's all this energy, reactivation and restoration, right? That's been a big word for me, restoration, in many facets. So definitely remembering your values, setting new values, goals, financial goals, because it's a diamond. So, it's got to be something that is of value, right? So money has value because you can use it to do certain things with, right? It allows for a different type of freedom. So, okay, this is going to be a quick live, y'all. I'm going to try to make it quick. Five of Diamonds is the card of this week, and it sits Saturn, Neptune. Right. So, but the majority of this spread is in Uranus. So even Saturn is having that influence, Neptune, all this slow energy, right? And it's like a slow buildup because the Five of Diamonds is mostly Uranus. So you may be noticing that already this week. There's like a slow buildup, like you can feel the energy, you can feel the lessons coming on, right? You can feel maybe a little tension, a little resistance, try to like lean into it a little bit more. So it doesn't cause such an explosion because Uranus is here ready to explode, right? Ready to just unveil, right? All the U words for Uranus that I can't think of right now, but just unveil just this new reality. And that's really how the Five of Diamonds is. It's explosive, like Uranus. So, and it's like a roller coaster, right? So things can be pretty like, okay, like a roller coaster. Like I said, Saturn, Neptune is like, you can feel the buildup and then the roller coaster is happening. And then you just like, whoo, or maybe you dip down a little and you're like, and it's not yet. And then they catch you off guard and it's like, right? So that's Five of Diamonds energy, which deals with the market, right? Stocks, trades, all those things, which I don't particularly know what's going on there right now at this moment, but I'm sure it is doing the thing. It's fluctuating, right? And it will continue to do so this week. And I'm good. How about yourself? So, yeah, a roller coaster of emotions, a roller coaster of values, of money. You're trying to figure out what really works, right? In this Five of Diamonds week, what really works? And it's gonna take you through it. Like, what does really work? And so the first card that we have here for peace goddess, for Mercury ruled energies, Geminis and Virgos, we have the Queen of Spades. But this is just the first energy that we're stepping into, period. So for anyone and everyone, to figure out your values and to dig a little deeper into the things that you value or you used to value, and you're wondering why isn't that clicking for me anymore? The Queen of Spades is here to say, it's let's master some things, you know. Queen of Spades is given like your own personal pandemic, your own personal like seclusion, you know, just really taking time to dig deeper into self, right? The queen is the nurturer, and nurturing all things with that spade, the heart, the yourself, the people around you, but a little more so yourself. Um, being nurturing in how you speak, your values, like really digging a little bit deeper. Okay, I'm glad you well, I'm glad you good. And so a bit of isolation is good. It's good. You know, as the mind, you know, Mercury mental starts to maybe get a little like, whoo, I'm feeling this energy, you know, taking moments to just be by yourself, do some deep breathing, whether you're at work, if you can go to the bathroom, or if you got a cubicle, or if you can step outside, just realigning with yourself, checking in with your emotions. And that's the way you can master them, by checking in, right? Because if you're just moving, and you're not checking in, you're just going to be kind of going everywhere. And this Five of Diamonds wants to take you everywhere, right? So, master your emotions, master yourself, get into some things that will assist you, maybe some herbal remedies, some tinctures, things you can drink, things you can soak in, things you can put on your skin, the largest organ you have, right? So that's the mercurial energy. The Venus energy, this energy of attraction, which deals with Libra and Tauruses, this attraction energy is this fun, youthful energy. So it's like after you rest, after you get into your space, you're centering yourself, then the energy is calling for you to use this Jack of Clubs, which is like playful, ready to speak your mind, ready to tell it like it is, you know, that gift of gab, just like you know what it is, you know the vibe because you felt it in your space and you're like ready to go with it, right? So and it's the Jack of Clubs is very playful, funny. They want to be in conversation, they want to debate. So you know, to kind of be prepared for all those things, you want to take that Queen of Spades time to just recalibrate, right? That's a big recalibration energy. So That's important. That's important to be able to flow through the week, to have this fun and youthful energy about you and speaking, but also taking time for self. And that rolls into the Mars energy. What people are going to be working on, fighting against, fighting together on. This sexual energy as well. Mars deals with all those kinds of things. We have the Nine of Diamonds. So again, all this is in Uranus, right? Sheila Fiani. The Nine of Diamonds is the nine. It's about up leveling what? Your money, right? Because we're still working in this Five of Diamonds energy. So the Five of Diamonds wants to work on spending money, releasing money so that new money can come in. So there may be some bills you got to pay. There may be some little money that you just trying to, trick off a little bit. Just be mindful, right? Be mindful of how you're spending your money, and is it going to your goals? Is it going to the Mars energy, right? Mars being your goals, the things you want to take action on, the things you're working on. Is that money going towards that? If it's not, you definitely want to check in and emotionally wise, right? Because you want to know that you're not just spending frivolously this week. This week is about investment into yourself, investment into the projects and things that you're working on. The Nine of Diamonds is the philanthropist. So whether your own philanthropist, or you can give to others, other people's causes, particularly Black causes, because the Nine of Diamonds also deals with the diaspora, Africa all the way to here. So there may be some organizations and things that you want to donate to, that you want to invest your time in, because time is value as well. So that's diamond energy as well. So just tap into those things that you're working with. Does it align with your goals? And then it flows into this Jupiter energy with Sagittarius for the Sagittariuses, which is the Seven of Spades. The Seven of Spades is, I always try to think of something different, and sometimes I do, but I always see a tunnel with the Seven of Spades. It's like tunnel vision, right? You got to be focused on the task at hand for expansion, right? For growth. That is how that will happen, is that level of focus, that level of faith on your particular goals, right? Because we went from Mars into Jupiter. So it is a continuum, right? It's not just secluded to Gemini's, Virgos, that type of thing. It's a flow. So the flow into the Seven of Spades. The Seven of Spades is a money energy too. It has a King of Diamonds challenging it. So it's challenging people to dig a little deeper into their business. They're challenging people to tap into their business a little deeper, right? Going back to the Five of Diamonds too, it has a Three of Clubs supporting it. So the Three of Clubs is all about long-term things and longevity. That's not Capricorn, no, not yet. But you can apply it how it fits. So the Three of Clubs is like you have all this three energy, all this Jupiter energy, this expansion, and you're like having all these ideas. And it's like, which way did he go? Which way did he go? Right? Like you have to write all these things down and kind of categorize them and set goals for yourself. So just think in terms of Kobe, right? That level of dedication, that level of just supreme dedication and being calculated in all steps, right? So that is also King of Diamonds energy because it has the Three of Clubs challenging it. So in order for expansion to happen, having faith, yes, having that tunnel vision and really dotting your I's and crossing your T's in this energy. It also has an Eight of Hearts supporting it. So it is a level of attraction. So kind of putting yourself out there, putting yourself in positions where maybe you normally wouldn't find yourself or you wouldn't normally go, but just putting yourself out there a little bit with that Eight of Hearts and seeing your level of attraction, right? So again, the Seven of Spades is money energy. It's also the energy of accidents, right? So being mindful of the steps that you take, remembering it's a Five of Diamonds energy, that roller coaster for those who are just coming in. The Seven of Spades is like, slow down a little bit. We walking through this tunnel. We see the end, but we don't know what's in between. So take your time, know when to go, dot the I's, cross the T's, but just steadfast, steadfast. And then it flows into this Saturn energy, which is Capricorn energy. Is the Two of Clubs. The Two of Clubs is also money energy because it has the Four of Diamonds in Jupiter, but it also deals with this energy of dialogue. And this is in Saturn. So Saturn can be kind of restrictive. There can be lessons in the conversations that you have. And remembering it's a Five of Diamonds. So those kind of conversations can go up and down, and be filled with emotion, right? So remembering that Mercurial card, the Queen of Spades, taking your deep breaths, recentering yourself, getting into your own body, even as you engage with people, because Saturn is going to be like squeezing into there. That Saturn only wants you to have certain conversations. So Saturn wants you to get this money this week, right? Focus on your money this week. If you're focusing on other things, especially things that don't matter, and particularly because we have a Seven of Clubs pushing this week forward, it's kind of like the energy of drama and gossip. But what's the opposite of that is prayer and affirmation, right? So being mindful of the words that we speak and the conversations that we engage in, right, is going to be very pivotal in terms of we're going to see the things that we value based on the conversations that we have. And if you're not liking them conversations, it's up to you to recenter yourself and engage in conversations that you actually want to have that are of value to you. Okay. Then we slip into this Uranus energy, which is like triple Uranus. Because it's the Uranus card for the Five of Diamonds week. It also sits Uranus. So, okay, we had 19 minutes. And the King of Clubs is masterful. It should be masterful. You want to learn to master the King of Clubs this week. And it can come in at different times because of all this Uranus energy. Uranus is unexpected. It's like uninvited. It's like, did you get an invite to the party? I don't remember inviting you. But it's like, hey, I'm showing up. What's up? What's good? And so it's okay to welcome that energy as well. And the King of Clubs deals with a lot of things, a lot of beautiful things. Mastering your mind, your thoughts, teaching, mentorship, counseling, working out, getting your workout in and getting these beautiful, amazing downloads, the things that you want to continue working on or start working on. So this is a beautiful week to start working out, pushing your will to the limit, pushing your determination a little bit longer, a little bit further, like really see how far you can push yourself this week. And what will help that is working out, allowing that physical, mental, and spiritual body connection to happen. The King of Clubs, all kings can be a little judgmental a little bit. So, just be mindful of that. Don't let that Eight of Spades energy take over and feel like, I'm king of everything. No, you're king of you or queen of you. So master that. And don't try to do anything else outside of that, right? Master your mind. And then we flow into this Neptune energy, which deals with Pisces, the Pisces, which is the Jack of Diamonds. So we have a Nine of Diamonds, Jack of Diamonds, and a Five of Diamonds week. Today is a Queen of Diamonds. It's like, oh, what do you value? Like, really, 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 really. The Jack of Clubs is here supporting it. The Three of Spades is challenging it. This is also the card for the United States. So it's in the energy of Neptune, which deals with entertainment, spirituality, a little delusion, seeing things not quite clearly. So there can definitely be a lot of news that just don't make sense this week. Like, what does that even mean? Especially in the United States, because that's the card for the United States. So, don't read too deep into it. Like, stay centered in yourself and your values. I feel that would be most beneficial for you. But it's also this energy of salesmanship and putting yourself out there and adding your 2 cents on things, right? So there's a lot of 2 cents energy right here with this Two of Clubs, King of Clubs, Jack of Diamonds. What are you selling? What are you what are you trying to, put out there into the world in this Five of Diamonds week? There's money to be gained. There's money to be spent. So are you spending it? Are you attracting it? Are you doing both? What is it? Really determining that for yourself as the week progresses, starting, today. Are you attracting money? Are you spending money? Are you attracting money to spend money on a particular thing, and being clear about what that is? The Pluto energy here, the challenging energy, the Scorpio energy here is the Four of Hearts. The Four of Hearts is about family, collective. So you may be feeling like, I want to happy new month to you. Yes, yes. I'm happy to be doing these again too. Thank you for joining. Love and appreciate you. The Four of Hearts is like collectively, how are we making money? Are we gonna do, like how are we exchanging money in our collective? Even how are you building wealth with your own family, right? Familial legacy, and wealth and tradition and passing these things on. What type of legacy are you building? Are you investing in that legacy? What's going on with that? So definitely questions to ask yourself. What's going on with that? What is the roadmap in terms of that? Some things to think about, right? There may be some wills involved, some trust, some land trusts. Is there a business you're passing down? Like, what is it? These are things that you can really think about in this Queen of Spades solitude moments that you have, every day or quickly, throughout the day. Because that's Mercury energy, right? So those things should be on your mind. How am I investing in my family? How am I investing in my organizations? How are they investing in me? How are we investing together? What are we building, right? The Five of Diamonds is this roller coaster of energy, but it has two fours back to back as the challenge and the reward. So there's a lot that can be built, right? Even as the market may be, going up and down, buying in those down times and like building, right? So you're going to be building wealth. How are you building wealth? Where are you building wealth? When are you building wealth? All the time, every week? How, when are y'all meeting? Just all those kinds of questions that arise this week. Take note of them, meet about them, talk about them. Those are the things you want to be talking about, with the Seven of Clubs pushing forward. Like, you want to be talking about good things, money things, legacy building, right? So the reward is the Four of Diamonds. Again, a builder, the builder of wealth, builder of values, spiritual money, ancestral money. So the Five of Diamonds wants you to build with your family. And whether that is your blood family, your whatever family, you know what it is. I don't have to go down that line, that whole list again, right? So yeah, how are you building with your family and bringing in the ancestors into that? What legacies did they leave behind that you can tap into? Was it farming? Was it, clothing? What was it that y'all was good at? And you can tap into that in a new way in this new age, right? So we got a Five of Diamonds. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Happy your week. Happy your week. So, she's a beautiful testimony to building wealth and all the things that I've been talking about. The challenge here is the Two of Spades, this cosmic lesson, which also has a Saturn influence, is a Two of Spades. And so we talked a little bit about receiving counseling and mentorship and all these things. So, excuse me. For some that could be financial counseling, right? Learning how money works. Like, how does it really work? I know if you're here in the Bay Area, there's an event on Saturday at well, you can just hit me up, but it's at Third Eye Soul Kitchen. So they're hosting a financial program of sorts on Saturday. So financial counseling, but it also could be some things around your health because it has a Six of Spades there, challenging it. So you might need to get some help and assistance with your health, your physical health, your mental health, because this is the roller coaster is not just financial, it's emotional, right? So if we think about the ocean, the currents, right? Currency, all that deals with emotions and money. So, right, money is emotional. People will pull out of the market when they're feeling like, woo, things is getting a little touchy. Like, what's going on? That don't seem right. And people will buy in when they're feeling more emotionally stable and feeling like, okay, things are good, or whatever, right? So then we have the moon energy, which we're in the midst of a Aquarius full moon. So this Eight of Hearts is definitely activated. It's like cranking it in, right? You're cranking in all this energy. It's like mastering your attraction level right now. Like, what is attracted to you? What do you want to be attracted to you, right? So like really focusing your time on bringing that in. Like really, really focus your time on bringing that 8 of Hearts in attraction. And it's grounded by 2 7. So it's a very spiritual thing. So even dancing, like how I'm moving right now, that dancing energy is very spiritual because you're getting into your body, which is a spiritual entity, right? It's here in the physical realm, but it's connected spiritually, right? You're connected all around by your ancestors and all this spiritual energy, your aura, all these things, right? So really feeling into your energy and being like being seated in your level of attraction and calling those things in, um dressing those things in, smelling those things in, you know, be attractive this week. Be attractive this week. How does being attractive look for you? Right? And then we have this transformation energy. Oh, and that's Cancerian energy as well for Cancer's 8 of Hearts. The transformation is the 6 of Clubs. So the 6 of Clubs is the messenger. We're getting messages all around, all around. Even here on social media, it's like, take note of what's happening, the things that you notice, the things that you are attracting in, the blogs that you read, the posts that you read. Like, is that does that really vibrate with you? And if so, beautiful, beautiful. That means you're in the right space. That means you're attracting good things. So continue with that energy, right? And if you're seeing some things like, that ain't, I don't value that anymore, you may, hit the unfollow or unsubscribe, and even if that's me, I mean, I am the reward card for this week, but it could be me, I'm not, um, it is what it is. You got to go where you're valued and where your values are. So pay attention to those messages. And the 6 of Clubs is an astral traveler as well. It's like I look at it as Sankofa energy, especially with these 2 4s here, right? The 4 of Hearts, ancestrally digging deeper into ancestral things that you value, the work that you did. Like for myself, I'll say, my ancestors were into music and they had a lot of kids. I'm into music and I have a lot of kids. Like that just didn't come out of nowhere, right? And I mean, not just United States ancestors, I mean African ancestors, much further back. That is, and they were into the land, working the land and working the marketplace, which I work the marketplace as well. So there's gems there. There's answers there, especially if you're like on the, up and down about, the direction of life. Where is this going? Definitely tap into your ancestors. So yes, I hope that you enjoyed this 5 of Diamonds week. I hope that you are really focusing in on your emotions and where they're taking you, because they will take you far. They will take you to money, to important people, particularly important men, important teachers, having a good time, right, with the Jack of Clubs, just, having you step into the energy of giving and receiving, all these beautiful things. So I'm going to end it on YouTube and on my podcast. If y'all have any questions, definitely hit me up on social media. Enjoy the week.